Today we're going to be talking about nootropics or brain enhancing supplements. So nootropics are huge right now in the supplement market. What I'm going to do for you guys today is to give you the ones that I think work because I've been experimenting with nootropics for about 15 years. So an easy stack that is cheap, affordable, and does a fantastic job when you have to study for long periods of time or retain information is just green tea dosed to 80 milligrams, which is usually about a cup of tea. You can also get that same amount in 1 scoop of amino energy and a tab of L-theanine between 150 and 200 milligrams. So take your caffeine from green tea. You can just take a tea bag and an L-theanine tab dosed between 150 and 200 milligrams. Next, mushrooms. This brand has 300 milligrams of lion's mane and cordyceps mushrooms work really hard. So I'll take 3 of those before I study. All right, so that just covers the supplement end of it. So the other stuff is covering racetams, which I personally have not messed with because this stuff works really well for me. I'm a very high responder to lion's mane, cordyceps, mushrooms in general, like Alpha Brain, which is on its flagship nootropic product, has high dosages of mushroom compounds. Also other typical nootropics like Hyperzyme A, Bacopa, ginseng, alpha GPHC. There's a couple other ones that they have in a really good blend. I've used it. It's okay. I'm not saying it's bad. I definitely noticed something, but I can get the same effect from a much cheaper supply of caffeine, which I can get from any source really, green tea, stuff in the amino energy, plus I'm getting aminos and some amino stuff like even L-tyrosine can help the brain. So a lot of amino acids are sometimes negligent in people's diets to help think. Last but not least, talking about fats and oils. So I know a lot of people get feel something when they take MCT oil with caffeine. Again, it might be the caffeine and the certain MCTs do and might help you think a little clearer. You know, the last thing I want to talk about with nootropics is some of the stuff that it's basic that we don't think about. Making sure you're really well hydrated. So before a big study session or you have a big night or you have to get up and give a big presentation, lots of water the night of. And very solid sleep. You might want to take some magnesium to help you sleep. Magnesium deficiencies too can slow down the brain. And you know, you can do that via Epsom salts. You can take a nice magnesium salt bath. That would be very helpful. And last but not least, there's some simple skill sets to help you prime the brain for thinking. So just like a good fitness warm-up, you want to have a fitness warm-up for your brain. So if you're sitting down, the first thing you want to do is eliminate all distractions. Turn off your phone, get yourself in a quiet external environment. Number 2, you want to preface the brain. You want to start getting it massaged of what you're about to learn. Read the summary first, then the key objective terms of whatever subject or concept that you are trying to learn. And think about, okay, what is the concept? What am I trying to do now? Just don't start reading because your brain's gonna be all over the place. You need to shut down the outside world, put the concept in your brain, start with the summary. And when you're reading, don't read out loud in your brain. Honestly, just read. You know, if you know how to speed read and you can read right down, that's great. Speed read the whole chapter down. Don't read it out loud in your brain, get it down first. Then what you're gonna do is go back to those areas that you don't know and create huge images and situations that are 3D for that specific topic. So if I'm learning about nootropics and something like a neuron, I'm going to imagine that a neuron huge and colorful and bright, and then all the components, and make sure it's a 3D situation and that you're not turning it into words. Words don't really stick well in the brain as much as images do in 3D images. So best thing that you can do, drink a lot of water, take one of these nootropic blends, sit down in a quiet area, prime the brain, and man, you're gonna learn a lot faster and retain a lot more information without burning as much extra energy, because we get stressed about learning certain things. You just want to calm down, set a timer maybe for 30 minutes. That way it's gonna put a little bit of crunch time. When you're done your 30 minutes, just sit back, take a 5-minute break, and then maybe go in and do another 30 minutes. Just like fitness, it's probably gonna be better if you do a short consolidated effort, take a little bit of a break and do a short consolidated effort instead of trying to do a marathon. So that's some nootropics and some really good brain priming strategies so you guys can learn stuff faster and quicker, and everything's about optimization these days, isn't it?